When it comes to Japanese beer, Sapporo is probably the brand that comes to mind. The Sapporo Brewery has been producing since 1876, with Sapporo Premium standing as the top-selling Asian beer in the United States. Known as Sapporo Draft outside of North America, is this beer worthy of a spot in your beer fridge? Find out now on Two Dudes Reviews. What up, guys? Yeah, today we've got Sapporo Premium beer. So, we're going to find out just how premium this Japanese beer is. Let's crack it open. Now, if you're like me, when you go to the sushi restaurant or Japanese steakhouse, I like to order a nice beer, but I don't have a whole lot of experience with Japanese beers. So I figured, hey, let's start getting into the Japanese beers. So this was the first of many to come. But let's get into the review. First category is smell. It has a malty. It's almost a malty flower aroma. So like flowers with petals, and then flour like that you bake with. It's almost like a kind of a interesting mixture of that going on. There's a little zest in there. Maybe some lemon zest. It smells like there's going to be it'll start off a deeper, full aroma and then end with a burst of something sweet and bright. That's what I'm getting out of it. Or it could be reversed. Maybe sweet first and then something a little more deeper after I taste it. There might be a little bit of almost a honey in there too. It smells interesting. It's not like a super powerful aroma coming from it, but it's unique, and I like that. It just doesn't smell, like standard. It smells like there's a few minor, differences going on. So I'm interested. It's piqued my interest. I'll recommend it for the smell. Now let's get to the taste. That is a little different from what I was expecting. It is much more bitter than I thought it was going to be. It's not super bitter, like heavy IPA bitter, but there is a nice little bitterness going on there. So it starts off almost with your standard kind of Pilsner kind of thing. You have a little bit of the wheat, you have a little bit of zest going on there, and then you get the bitterness to it. There's some kind of more mellow fruit thing going on. I can't tell if there's almost like a hint of plum in there. Yeah, there's like a... It is. It's almost like a little bit of like a plum or like nectarine skin or something. I don't know. There's something really interesting in there going on. But you have a nice bitterness level, not over the top, not extreme IPA level. But there's a nice addition. It's almost like they made your traditional kind of just Pilsner, added some more bitterness to it, and there's like that secret hint of plum, like ever so subtle in there. I mean, it is kind of like almost like a Czech Pilsner with a few other variations to it. I think it's pretty interesting. It's got several different layers of flavor going on, which is very nice. It's not just, you sip it and you get it and that's it. There's different things that you're going to experience while you're drinking this. And so I dig it. I like it. I'm going to recommend it on the taste. Next is value for price. The price for this isn't terrible. I mean, you're gonna find, if you go look for just like a Japanese beer, Sapporo is gonna be kind of the brand that you're going to generally find. There's a couple different Sapporos out there, but because of that, because it is kind of like the Japanese beer that gets around a little more than most others, it's less expensive. And off the top of my head, I'm drawing a blank on what exactly I paid for it, but it wasn't a lot. I'm gonna say it's probably under $2 for a single, so you're probably gonna be able to get a 6-pack depending on where you're at. Between let's just say $8 about. And that's not bad for an imported 6-pack from Japan. I think it's a pretty decent price, so I'm gonna recommend it on the price. Now, next category is distinction. How distinct is it from other beers in the category? Now, since I have not had just a ton of Japanese beers, I'm a little out of my element for comparing it to other Japanese beers. Hopefully, in the coming months, I'll be able to expose myself to more, and then I'll have a better understanding of it. So I almost have to just compare it more to your standard kind of Czech Pilsner thing, because that's pretty much what this is kind of going after. It has that crispness of the Pilsner. It's got a little more bitterness than maybe like an American Pilsner, and so it has that. It's got a little more complexion than what you're going to find. Again, I think it is distinct enough from your general Pilsner that I would recommend it on the Pilsner, on distinction. So I'll be looking forward to comparing this to other Japanese beers. And they have been making it since 1876, so there's some history there. And so, all right, next category is drinkability. Can I drink more than one of these? Let me get another sip of this. Maybe there's a hint of grapefruit in there. That I'm getting with that, but that kind of goes hand in hand with the bitterness, the IPA bitterness level. But yeah, I think if I got a 6-pack, I wouldn't cash full 6-pack. It's not to that point where it's just super crisp and I can just go through it. It's not there. I could probably drink 2, and after 2, I'd most likely switch. That's just me with the bitterness level. The bitterness is at a comfortable level. Anything higher, and I'd probably stop it after 1. But I think it's pretty decent. It's pretty legit. So I think I could drink probably at least 2 of them without a problem. And so I think the drinkability is totally fine. I won't struggle to finish this off. So I am going to recommend it on drinkability. Last category is would I buy it again? That's an interesting thing. I think I would buy it like at a Japanese restaurant. I want to go with the Japanese beers. I'm going with the sushi or the Japanese steak or whatever, and I want to pair with it a Japanese beer. I feel like one in Rome, one in Tokyo. I like to pair with the food I'm eating, the beer from that general region. I just like that, and a lot of times they're made with that in mind. And so if I'm at a Japanese restaurant, absolutely I'll go with the Sapporo Premium. With that said, I don't know if I necessarily just stock it in my fridge. There are some other beers I'd probably go with above it. But that's just me. With this particular category, it's you might. The bitterness level is fine. I'm not super gung-ho of like the uber bitter, and this isn't uber, this is a good level, but for me to really want to constantly have it over and over, I might take the bitterness just a hair down a little more, but that's just me. But yeah, I think it's fine. I'm gonna give it a half on this category just because I'd get it at a Japanese restaurant, but I don't think I'd necessarily just keep it on hand all the time. So yeah, a half, but 5.5 out of 6, that's pretty darn good. If this is what I can expect from the future Japanese beers I will be trying, I'm looking forward to it. So if you haven't had this Sapporo Premium, check it out. I highly recommend it. It is a great tasting beer. There's a lot of flavor complexion going on. It's going to be a great beer to pair with the food that you're going to get at a Japanese restaurant. So definitely check it out. I'll have to check out what the other Sapporo beers taste like, so I'll have a better understanding as to how this stacks up against the other ones. But for now, excellent beer, and I'm looking forward to trying more. So that is my review of Sapporo Premium. If you've had it before, let me know in the comments. If there's other Japanese beers that you want me to check out, let me know. I'm pretty green with the Japanese beers. I'm looking to expand, but yeah, again, let me know in the comments. Maybe this is your favorite. Maybe you think there's others that are way better. Let me know. I'd be interested to find out and go and check those out. But if you like the video, if you want more beer reviews and top 10s and history videos about beer, like and subscribe. And you can follow me on Two Dudes Podcast. You can check out the actual podcast at Two Dudes in the Six Pack. I got a little link down there that you can check out. But yeah, that is the review. And so for now, for me and for Sapporo Premium, take it easy.